Hi, welcome to North London Allotment. It's February and it almost feels like spring. Welcome. A few jobs to do today, kind of bitty jobs, just little things that need doing. Still can't do much with the soil because water everywhere. It just keeps raining. So I'm gonna finish covering one of the paths with woodchip, because when I come in the gate I walk right past the woodchip, so I just fill a barrow and bring it down with me and then I'll find a use for it. And I've got some seeds to open, and I was going to cut down my raspberry canes, but I don't know what a raspberry cane is now. I know I had some raspberries, but I can't see them, so might not be doing that. And I've had a brainwave, which I will show you about in a minute. But for now, I think first job, get some cardboard down, get the wood chips down, and finish kind of a T section of path. It'd be nice when it stops raining, won't it?
It would be, yes. You haven't seen a wet week. This is a wet week.
This is very wet. I'm very annoyed at it. There's so many things I want to do and it's just like sticky. These birds have been really, really hard. I keep this bird seed in the boot of my car, just so not to encourage vermin. And to be honest, every time I come, every 4 to 5 days, both of them need filling. Which is strange because there's so many berries around on the bushes and stuff. The birds don't seem to be touching those. There we go. Keep them going for another week. Go hang it on the tree. What hard work that is on the hands. Blooming killing me, so I'm having a little break from that before they seize up. As you know, I've got carpal tunnel, so I've got to be really careful with my hands. Anyway, there's plenty of other jobs to get on with. Okay, tea break time. So as you know, I put some green manure down over there, and it's been really good at suppressing the grass because the rest of the plot is grass, woodchip path, grass. So I asked a question on one of my last videos about green manure and whether I could undersow. And big thank you to people who thought that would be a great idea. Petals on Paving Slabs, whose forest garden looks amazing. Go and check it out. It was beautiful. When he started it, obviously had paved garden and it was all up here and it was really hard to understand what he was going to do, and it looks absolutely beautiful now, so go check it out. But he agreed, so I'm taking that as a yes, that it would probably work under certain things if you undersowed with green manure. And on my family garden, he uses a lot of green manure, and there's a recent video he put about using green manure. And so I asked him in the comments, I said about what I was thinking of doing, and he said basically anytime there's a bare patch, throw down green manure. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, last year I bought, do it without showing my address, peel that off if I can. So last year I bought some mustard because, well, I read, I think it was Charles Dowding in one of his columns for Grow Your Own magazine. I'm sure he said it dies with the frost, but we had a couple of frosts and this stuff ain't dying. so I am going to have to sort it out myself. But I bought the mustard thinking it will die in the frost, just lie there as like mulch. I won't have to do anything with it. It ain't dying. So now I've gone back to the people I got the mustard from, which is King Seeds, because they do a really nice big variety of green manures. If you're looking to buy in bulk, I think Chiltern Seeds are really good, but I looked at them and I was like, yeah, I don't need that much. So this is King Seeds for like, if you ain't buying so much like I do, I don't need as much as that. Okay, so here we go. This is what we have. Also, I did read that it was quite good to use a mixture. So I'm going to use a mixture of different green manures, I think, at one time. And also I've bought a variety that I can use throughout the year. So not just winter, but also spring and summer. White clover. Can't remember why I bought this. Everything I bought was for a reason. I just can't necessarily remember it. So this one is summer sown. From April to August. And it's good for fixing nitrogen. Just more mustard, that's really grown well for me, and that you can sow July to November. I'm still sowing it now. Hiya! Summer mix, May to July. This is already pre-mixed for you. Does it tell me what it? I don't think it actually told me what it's in. That's red clover, isn't it? There's another clover there. I'm just going to stop because I have no idea, but that's what's in it. So that is summer for May to July. It's quite a short period to use it in, but quite handy if you've just got something out or you just want cover. Crimson clover, March to August, and winter mix, which is from late September. To be honest, it just says so in September, and it's 70% grazing rye and 30% winter tares. Is that how you say it? Tares or tares? So, got 5 new packets of green manures, and as you know, I want to use green manure to be no dig. I don't intend to dig this in, I intend to cover it or just hoe it off. Also to move away from any kind of animal byproducts. I do have chicken manure at the moment, which has been really good. And okay, it's like a byproduct, but those chickens probably aren't very happy when they poop it out. So trying to move away from... Oh, I forgot I got something else in here that's not green manure, I'll show you it. So yeah, to move away from any kind of animal byproduct if I can. Not perfect. I think as they say, we need more people being imperfect in what they try than one person doing things perfectly. So I think we can all do what we can. Okay, these, why did I buy these? Probably because I can part of my new brainwave. I thought these might fit in quite well. So this is English bluebell, our best known wildflower. Now when I was at college, which was on the South Downs, we used to go for walks in a nearby wood, and there's lots of little woods on the South Downs that used to be part of a huge hunting forest, and in May literally it would be carpeted with bluebells, and it's the most beautiful thing. And I don't see so many bluebells now, and also the English bluebell's getting pushed out by the Spanish. So this is twofold. I want to put it as part of my master plan down there, and also I want to grow some to give to my mum, because we were just talking about how like Spanish bluebells are pushing the English out, so try and keep some of our indigenous plant life going. And the other thing I got was primrose. This was my favourite flower as a child, and I always felt like, you know, the good weather was on the way when you saw primroses. Of course now the weather is so here, there and everywhere. You see primroses in December sometimes. But yeah, so I'm going to have primrose, and they are going to be a little bit of a master plan that probably won't really take off this year, but I'm hoping it's a plan for the future, and I'm going to go and show you about that in a second when I finish my tea break. That's all. they've given me a catalogue as well. Unfortunately, these are the catalogues that you get in all the magazines as well, so I've had many of these. It is nice to have a look at the pictures, but it feels like a bit of a waste, so I might pass that one on to my mum and dad when I see them next. Right, cup of tea time now. It's starting to drizzle. Of course it is. It's been raining non-stop since the summer, so why would it stop now? Fueled by a bit of tea, now I'm going to talk you down here and talk you through my master plan. Okay, now this half of the plot, which is my original half, I have found out basically through growing things like onions that this end, the soil is not as good as the soil down there. So that's kind of been percolating through my head for quite a while now. Also, I have these berry bushes here that were annoying me because they kind of stop the eye flowing down the plot. And I did move a lot from the middle there over to the edge when I first got the plot. It's one of the first things I did just to clear it out. So I've been thinking about all this. I've been thinking about these trees that I put in really badly here. And that pear is, I think that's dead to be honest, but these apples are doing okay, but I planted them badly. So thinking about all that and knowing like my hedgehog house is there and I want to keep a wildlife area, kind of a strip or a section here of wildlife, what I've been thinking about doing is moving these two apple trees so that I have one on each side here. So my central path will come down here. I'll have an apple tree here on either side so that the lower half of the plot, the west end, will be like my annual veg garden. Then you'll come through here, you'll have the two apple trees either side. There'll be a wildlife area here with bluebells and primrose, and there's a few poppies that have self-seeded there and things. And there'll be that kind of wildlife area. And then this, where the soil seems really bad, and also it's covered with mare's tail come spring. This section here, definitely this kind of big section here, will be fruit bushes. So I'm going to move the fruit bushes that I put here. And yes, where else I'm hiding there? I think I found my raspberry when I was trimming the grass actually, which is just kind of over there. So those will all be moved to here, possibly further down. And that is the master plan. Oh, I mustn't forget, a lot of people have subscribed to me recently, which is really lovely. It's always nice to get that email through and say so and so has subscribed to you, so thank you. It's lovely just to have more people that are watching, and I know like how I feel about the people I subscribe to. I subscribe to them because I really want to watch their content and I enjoy it and I learn from it, and I feel part of the community. So thank you for joining my little community and making me part of yours. It's really, really lovely. Thank you. Actually, there's two other videos I'd like to flag up to you. I think it was my last video, it may have been the one before, where I was just feeling really overwhelmed with the plot and the kind of the limited time I had. And it's really good to know I'm not the only one feeling like that at this time of year. Hugh Richards did a great video on feeling overwhelmed, and really lots of practical tips in there, and some of which I do, some of which I think, oh, I could do that. And what was great was while he was doing that, he was actually getting on with jobs that weren't related to what he was talking about. They were just him getting through the jobs he needs to do, which is kind of illustrating how you can break things down. Also multitasking. Also Vivi's kitchen garden, what Vivi did next. She did one recently about decision fatigue, and it really resonated with me because oh look, a plane. Going up to the corner. There you go. My brain is one that doesn't ever stop, and I'm sure some of you know what I mean by that. It's constantly busy. I can walk down a street and where other people are just walking down the street, my brain is like taking in all the information information, processing it, asking questions, and I go, oh, I must find that out. It doesn't stop. And so when it comes to decisions, because my brain is so busy, I see a multitude of options, and it comes a bit much sometimes. Sometimes I just always need someone to tell me, just do that. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Because when I want to make a decision, I want to make the right decision, and sometimes that is just quite exhausting. So if you also feel you have decision fatigue, go and check out Vivi, because she talks about it. And also, she's been having a problem I've been having like this month and the past couple of months. It's just getting to the plot, and when you get there, it's wet. And I don't, she's South London, I don't know if she has the same problem. I'm clay. When it's wet, it's sticky and you can't do anything with it. So that's another good one to go check out. And just, if you are feeling overwhelmed, I think it's normal at this time of year, and I think it's normal for this year as well, given the weather we've had. So let's just hold on for the spring, everyone. It's there. I can feel it. I can almost smell it. So I am done for the day now. It's been a day of little bitty jobs and a couple of unexpected ones, like my diagonal neighbour behind me said, do you want some strawberries? I said, sure. So I had 10 or 11 strawberries that I've just popped in just at the edge there, and I've put mustard on the rest, because I thought, I'll dig a trench to kind of separate the grass from the bed to try and stop it going in. And then I found a parsnip, and then I found 3 more, so parsnip soup this week. So I just put mustard seed just to inhibit the weed growth there before I can do the rest of it, because all that bit up to that bit, the path that I wood chipped earlier, is going to be a strawberry bed, and I'll probably only use half of it for strawberries this year. And it's been a really relaxed, calm, pleasant day. And I think the difference was I didn't concentrate on the jobs that I couldn't do, which is what I've kind of been obsessing about, because I want to get onto the soil. I've been concentrating on the jobs I can do. So they're little jobs, but they're jobs that need doing. So I think that's going to be my kind of mindset for the future, just to focus on what I can do, not what I can't. So hope you're having a lovely February. Let's hope the weather continues nicely. I'm sure it won't. I'm sure there'll be more rain and cold weather ahead for us. Have a great one until I see you next time. Bye bye.